Another instance of intolerance. This time it is for constitutional authorities. As budget session enters second week, leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi has continued to allege that he is not being allowed to speak in Lok Sabha. The entire opposition, after creating repeated disruptions in the House, is now blaming the Speaker for silencing the opposition. The government has tried to explain, but nobody is buying that explanation. Sources now suggest that the opposition is planning to bring a motion of no confidence against the Speaker, Om Birla, accusing him of bias. Does this strategy sound familiar? Because this my way or the highway seems to have become a trend. A judge gives an adverse verdict, well, impeach him. Election Commission doesn't toe your line, impeach. So much for Samvidhan Savior campaign. Listen in to the voices from both sides.
The issue of that book came, the Narawane book. And the government didn't want me to discuss that at all. And so they stalled the House. They didn't let me speak. The Prime Minister was scared to come to the House. Not because of the members, but because of what I was saying.
I cannot agree to a situation where leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi will speak, make accusation, and then create ruckus and don't let others speak. That will not happen. We will not agree to that.
Leader of opposition is not being allowed to speak anything in this House. Well, there is no space for opposition in this House at all. This type of attitude towards the opposition is not happened any time. After action, you will get no. I cannot comment on reports. Wait for actions.
If they want to bring no confidence motion against the Honorable Speaker, they can bring, but they don't have the number. They can bring, but the issue is they have insulted the institution of Honorable Speaker. They climb on the table of the Speaker, table of the chair, table of the table officers, and also they storm the room of the Speaker.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 2 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
Well, joining the debate with Siddharth Yadav, Anand Ranganathan, Sanjay Jha and Vivek Silas is Salem Dharanidharan, national spokesperson of the DMK. And Salem Dharanidharan, I want to ask you, when in trouble, when in doubt, just impeach people. First, it was the judge you wanted to impeach, now the Speaker. Is this how Parliament is going to function, really?
I think then what were you doing when the BJP was creating a ruckus in the Parliament from 2004 to 14, not allowing for bills to be passed? This Speaker was behaving in a partisan manner, allowing the BJP parliamentarians to speak. When the opposition leaders, who represent 60% of the people of this country, want to speak, want to raise issues, then they're not allowed to speak. They are supposed to speak on important matters. For example, today Shashi Tharoor was supposed to speak on the budget. The finance minister was absent. How can that happen? And again, if you want to raise pertinent issues, they're not allowed to do so. Rahul Gandhi wanted to speak few lines from a book which is yet to be released, which speaks about the crisis that we had with China in the 2020. But he was not allowed to speak. But then the ruling party MP is allowed to be spoken, and he makes personal remarks. So this kind of partisan behavior cannot be allowed. And if someone is behaving in such partisan manner, it is only necessary that an impeachment motion is launched. That is why we have that in the Constitution. Why do we have it in the Constitution? Then remove it. Why do you have it in the Constitution if you can't use it? The opposition will have to use it for the sake of the democracy. Whenever anyone is violating...
Do you realize, Mr. Dharanidharan, that it is the opposition that walks out? The government is interested in a debate. Opposition walks out every now and then.
Not exactly, because they're not allowed. They walk out because they're not allowed to speak on matters of importance.
Siddharth Yadav, please respond to the charge that you control the Speaker and do not allow the opposition to speak in Parliament.
No, Navika ji, first of all, I don't buy this argument that the provision for impeachment motion is in the Constitution, and if it's in the Constitution, you have to use it. The provision to impose emergency is also in the Constitution, so you'll impose emergency everywhere. Is that the mindset? Point number one. So I don't understand, I don't buy these foolish arguments. Point number two, the Lok Sabha functions according to rules. it will not function according to Rahul Gandhi. Period. Nothing else. There's a rule 368, there's a rule 349. If you can't substantiate what you are saying, if the work is unpublished, if you can't table it on the floor of the house, this is not 10 Janpath. For God's sake, this is the temple of democracy. This is the Lok Sabha of our country. It functions according to the rules and you have to follow that discipline. Now, Rahul Gandhi thinks he is above everybody. He'll not follow that. And so I think, it's just the problem of the mindset. And lastly, point number 3, Navika ji, how can Rahul Gandhi not come after the speaker? After all, the speaker is also a constitutional position, and Rahul Gandhi has taken up a task for himself that he will go after and malign all constitutional authorities in this country. He will malign the image of anything that goes by the constitution. Sanjay
Jha, respond. The last bastion, now the speaker under attack. Sanjay Jha.
That's why you do.
Yeah. So Navika, let me tell you, Mr. Modi has become such a weak and a fragile leader that he actually broke with a very established protocol of addressing the Lok Sabha. He literally ran away. And guess what the excuse was? The excuse was shameful. And I'm so sad to know that the speaker is actually co-opted into this ridiculous BJP propaganda that women MPs of the Congress party who were protesting to tell Mr. Modi, let the leader of the opposition speak, they spread this false rumor that these women MPs were trying to threaten Mr. Modi on live television in Parliament. And one of the BJP members, supporters said they would have bitten Mr. Modi with their teeth. I mean, how farcical is the NDA becoming as a political coalition? Mr. Modi should have had the courage, unless he was scared of the Epstein file or the General Naravane's book or the complete sold out US trade deal where America can now monitor everything that we are doing. If Mr. Modi was embarrassed, I can understand that. But to blame women MPs of biting him with the teeth using his alliance partners, that was disgusting, shameful, and an all-time low.
Anand Ranganathan, the Congress taking the moral high ground for proposing yet another impeachment, the only one that was remaining because judges, election commission, everybody else is on their list of impeachment. Last bastion, the Speaker of Lok Sabha.
नाविका पहले ग्राउंड तो पकड़े, मॉरल हाई ग्राउंड तो बाद में आएगा. बट ऑन अ लाइटर नोट, माय गुड फ्रेंड Salem, he must be having really high quality ISAB goal. Every day he wants to pass a new motion. First it was against a judge, then now it is against speaker, then against CC. You're running out of constitutional bodies to pass impeachment motion on, my dear friend. Slow down, slow down. No, look, Navika, you've seen and admired Munna Bhai MBBS. You know there is a scene out there where Munna Bhai says, मेरे को body नहीं मिल रही है dissect करने के लिए, इतनी भीड़ लगी रहती है. So if Rahul Gandhi wants a new parliament, Modi you should say, अरे नया parliament चाहिए बोलने के लिए, दे दो ना, दे दो नया parliament बोलने के लिए. But Navika, on a very serious note, what is happening around here? None of the panelists who were speaking in support of Rahul Gandhi, it's a point blank question to them. Is it, rules are very clear. Is it or is it not a violation of Indian law when something is being vetted by the Defense Ministry and comes under Official Secret Act, you want to make it public? Yes or no? It's a simple question, yeah.
No.
Vivek Silas. Vivek Silas, even as we speak, the police has registered a case with the special cell to carry out an investigation about the leak of the book of which Rahul Gandhi wants to have a discussion. So there is a police case now. Do you want a book that has not been released? Rules are rules, and the rules are for all members of parliament. Why is a mountain being made out of a simple discussion on the budget?
Navika ji, first let me talk about the no confidence motion. ये कोई पहली बार नहीं है कि no confidence motion स्पीकर के खिलाफ आ रहा है हिंदुस्तान में. 18 दिसंबर 1954 में पहली बार आया था जब मिस्टर मालवणकर लोकसभा के अध्यक्ष थे. उसके बाद 24 नवंबर 1964 में आया था जब हुकुम सिंह जो थे वो लोकसभा के अध्यक्ष थे. और उसके बाद तीसरी बार आया था, आखिरी बार 15 अप्रैल 1987 जब बलराम जाखड़ जो थे वो लोकसभा के अध्यक्ष थे और तीनों बार कांग्रेस की सरकार थी और विपक्ष लेकर आया था। तो कोई ऐसी काम नहीं कर रहा है इस समय का विपक्ष अगर नो कॉन्फिडेंस मोशन लेकर आ रहा है। और किरण रिजिजू ने जो कहा कि मोदी जी को राज्यसभा में बोलने नहीं दिया लेकिन वो लोकसभा में नहीं आ पाए विपक्ष की वजह से, तो माइंड यू वो विपक्ष की वजह से नहीं आए थे वहां या वहां भाषण अपना नहीं दे पाए। उनको लोकसभा अध्यक्ष ओम बिरला ने कहा था कि आपको खतरा है, आप नहीं आएंगे, इसलिए वो नहीं आ पाए। मुझे तो समझ में नहीं आता किरण रिजिजू को मंत्री किसने बनाया पार्लियामेंट्री अफेयर्स का? वो गौमांस खा के आए होंगे, उनको कुछ याद नहीं होगा क्योंकि वो कह रहे थे कि
no, I object to this. This is personal. It has no connection to the debate at hand.
नहीं, आप मुझे बताइए।
No. What do you mean by making such a statement? गौमांस खा के आए होंगे।
Why? गौमांस नहीं खाते ना।
So is that the topic of the debate?
हाँ, तो गौमांस खाने वाले।
Should we all discuss everybody's dietary preferences?
भारतीय जनता पार्टी के अंदर गौमांस खाने वाले मंत्री हैं, आज ये प्रमाणित हो गया है। इसके बारे में सिद्धांत क्या तो क्या बोलेंगे?
Can we come back to the topic, sir?
अरे what rubbish is this?
What rubbish? क्या उन्होंने बोला नहीं कि वो गौमांस खाते हैं?
खाते हैं बोलेंगे?
ना, क्या उन्होंने नहीं बोला? ठीक है, हम गौमांस के सबसे बड़े एक्सपोर्टर हो गए हैं पूरे विश्व में। क्या किरण रिजिजू ने बोला मैं तो खाता हूं?
Basically, you have no reason. You have no reason why you want to bring in the impeachment motion. So you will talk about other issues. Well, Anand Ranganathan, why is Mr. Vivek Silas so much at a loss for any explanation?
देखिए किरण रिजिजू जी विवेक साइलस कह रहे हैं वो जो भी खाते हो, मैं ये जानना चाहता हूं विवेक साइलस जी फूकते क्या हैं? ये क्या कमेंट आ गया इनका? नंबर 1, देखिए विवेक साइलस जी मैं आपसे देखिए प्लीज आप इंटरप्ट मत करिएगा, आप स्टूडियो में, आपको हमारी दोस्ती की कसम सुनिए मेरी बात। क्या ये यस और नो वाला आंसर है? आप खुद जानते हैं ऑफिशियल सीक्रेट्स एक्ट क्या होता है। मेरा सवाल वो मुद्दा वही है, डज दिस कम अंडर ऑफिशियल सीक्रेट एक्ट और नो? प्लीज आंसर विवेक जी।
नहीं, I'll tell you what the answer is this: when Nishikant Dubey can bring several books and call opposition ayyash.
They are published.
Ayyash.
You know, you do not understand.
तेजस्वी सूर्या कह रहे हैं anti-national है, देशद्रोही है, गद्दार है।
Dharanidharan, there is a fundamental difference between both these arguments. One, published books being spoken about. One, unpublished book which is under the Defense Ministry's clearance schedule which is being put out. There are two different issues. Or are we not able to comprehend the difference of circumstances in both these cases?
And for retired military, there are CSS rules that do not allow somebody to say something unless it's been vetted.
Salem.
I couldn't hear you for the last 10 seconds. There's a network issue.
I said there is Nishikant Dubey quoted published books. Rahul Gandhi wants to quote an unpublished book which is under vetting of the Ministry of Defense. There are two fundamentally different circumstances here.
Okay, if the BJP has nothing to hide, then allow him to speak. It's a parliament. People can speak whatever they want. People will judge based on what they've spoken. Why is the BJP afraid? Why is the speaker afraid? Is my point, right? Let him speak.
Siddharth Yadav, 30 seconds.
Let me complete.
No, I'm completely out of time. Siddharth Yadav, respond. Why are you not allowing Rahul Gandhi to speak?
Navika ji, how do we explain? Now, how can one explain Rahul Gandhi how this parliament functions? If Rahul Gandhi wishes to say something, go ahead and do it. But you can't quote an unpublished work.
Well,
this is the law. This is the
ladies and gentlemen, is it rules or is it trust deficit? That is what is stalling parliament. And impeachment, is that the latest tool? Everybody will be impeached, starting from election commissions, judges, Speaker of the Lok Sabha, just anybody. Is impeachment the new fashion in Parliament? That's the question we're asking tonight. We leave it at that. Thank you very much to all the panelists for joining me on the Newshour tonight. Good night, be safe. I'll be back tomorrow.